Welcome to the Hip Hop Talk Show Temple Tactics. I invite you to travel with me into hip hop's culture. Together, we will journey into local hip hop communities, speak with artists, and explore hip hop's history. So kick back and let's enter the temple. So today, we are in SD, the Dago. We're speaking with a few artists that came at last moment and showed up and wanted to do this interview in their own city and wanted to speak about their music and about the movement that they got going on down here in the Dago. So right next to me right now, we have Rick Scales. Thank you, brother, for coming. Appreciate you. So let's get right into it. Oh, man, we were chopping it up downstairs before we came up here. And I heard this, but also did my research on you. Congratulations, because there's congratulations in order. You won the freestyle competition at the Hot Festival 2022. Yo, bro, that's dope. Tell us about it. What was up?
Well, it was Thought Fest is a festival that goes on every year up in Ontario at Firewater Saloon. It's thrown by 60 East. Really dope event. They have all types of legends come through. They've had Murs, Havoc from Mobb Deep, Elzai from Slum Village. I think they had Alchemist, Ninth Wonder, Soundtrack, Reverie, like all types of dope artists. You know, the Sugar Free, that shit was crazy. Yo, but they had a freestyle competition and I entered it and yeah. I got $500 and a 15-minute set next year at Thought Fest. So make sure y'all get y'all tickets when them shits come up, because I'm finna be out there spazzing.
So for all those that are from Cali, who might not know you, Rick Scales, who are you and what can we expect from your style of rap?
Well, my name is Rick Scales. I'm part of a group called 18 Scales. I'm well known for freestyle, like improvisational shit, freestyle battle raps. I'm known for witty content. It's kind of conscious, kind of whatever. Like I kind of just, you never know what you might get from us. You might get a little R&B. You might get a little, you know what I'm saying, like underground boom bap shit. You might get somewhere in between. It just depends on where we want to go. But yeah, you can expect some dope music, definitely.
In hip-hop culture, we have those elements, right? And right now, the MC is the most shine-on element, right? Is there anything else that you did before you were an MC? You know, out there, were you a b-boy? Did you hit the walls? Let us know.
Nah, I never really, I've always had appreciation for all the elements, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, b-boy, graffiti, DJs. And I like to consider beatboxing an element. People don't normally put that in there, but that's how I feel. Like, cause how many times was we in cyphers with somebody, you know what I mean, banging on some table, something, you know what I mean, I count that too. But other than that, like, nah, I never really dabbled too hard in the other elements, but I do dabble in like R&B type shit, you know, singing and whatnot. Yeah, a little bit.
So you have a pipe. So you have pipes. Oh man, what actually got you involved in hip hop? Was it someone? Was it a particular song? You know, what was it that actually had you put in this, you know, as your everyday life?
It was a multitude of things. It was kind of like an accumulation. First and foremost, like hip hop was always like a part of my life in some degree, because you know I was born in '85. You know what I'm saying? So like I grew up watching Yo MTV raps, you know, things of that nature. But I remember when I started really getting into it, I played this, it was a video game on the PS1 back in the day, Thrasher Skate and Destroy. They had a cold-ass soundtrack, man. They had Ultramagnetic MCs, Kool Keith, Housing, Gangstar, Just to Get a Rep, Soul Sonic Force, Planet Rock, Run DMC, King of Rock, and the one that got me was a War Tour by Tribe Called Quest. And that song kind of made me really want to pursue, you know what I'm saying, like hip-hop on that level.
When we were downstairs talking, you talking about SD San Diego, obviously you rep it well. Are you born and raised in San Diego, or are you from another state of something?
Yeah, actually, no, I'm born in Missouri. I'm from Columbia, Missouri. I was born there. I lived all over the country. From there, I moved to New Orleans. From New Orleans, I moved to Honolulu. From there, I moved to like Texas for a little bit, in North Carolina, and then here. And I've been here longer than anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I touched down here when I was 19, and it's pretty much all I know. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for me, like, I'm not from Dago, but I'm from Dago. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's one of those things. Some people may agree or disagree, but that's, you know what I'm saying, they shit. But how I feel, this is what I know, this is where I'm at. I love it here. I'm never going to leave. You know what I mean?
Man, I saw you in a video a while back, Loogie's video. And then next time you popped up was on the SD State of Mind compilation. How did you hook up with that crew?
That's a long ass story, to be honest. But I will say it all started with the homie Kill C-Ray. I met him through Cypher Effect. I was doing a little audition for the Cypher Effect with George Soria. Shout out Cypher Effect. And C-Ray was working for them at the time. Little did I know he was from out here. I thought he was from LA. We ended up building, and then we started a crew. Well, they started a crew and added me into it called The Fresh State. And that's how I met Kali. We all became real close, and we just started building together. And at some point, Kali reached out to me to do this song. It was myself, Uptown Suite, Rocky Tirade, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Kali, myself. Yeah. And we did that shit, and yeah, we just kept building from there.
You're an MC, and we were talking about all the shows you've done, and you've decided to go for it at another way or another level. You actually put together monthly events. Can you tell us about those?
Yes, sir. So I'll throw 2 monthlies, one at a spot called Tiltu called Slapping Hands, and then one at Winston's in a spot, Ocean Beach, called Golden Rule. It's all pretty much local hip-hop and R&B. We also have artists from all over. We've had artists from New York, Louisiana, like Arizona, all over. You know what I'm saying? But the whole focus is to throw shows and get artists paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the goal. It don't always happen that way, because we're all independent artists. A lot of people are building their fan base, but what we do is we reach out to the artists that we know of or that we see that we appreciate. We bring them in and we mix it in with the DJs and stuff like that. We have DJ Doomcat, DJ Root on the 1s and 2s. Every month I host it. Sometimes we have my man Boss Cutter Max and cats like, Maximilian. You know what I'm saying? Hosting. And yeah, we just try and keep a good energy and good vibe together and shit for the local hip hop scene out here.
Yo, man, and I think I just missed it. We were talking about that, or what was the event that you just said just passed?
Neo Soul Tuesday. Yeah, shout out to the cast of Neo Soul Tuesday. They do it out here at the Phantom Lounge. It's a open mic, but it's with a live band. And they literally will play whatever the fuck you want. Like, you'll just get up there and be like, hey, can you do obscure underground boom bap shit? They got it on lock, you know what I'm saying? And they'll play whatever you want, you do whatever you do. It's mostly R&B, but they do allow a lot of hip hop to go through there. And yeah, it's a really dope event. So if you ever out here, you know what I mean, Phantom Lounge, Neo Soul Tuesday, pull up.
You heard it straight from the promoter and the artist, man, right here, Rick. Couple more questions, and then we're gonna head out, man. San Diego, made up of many area codes. Which one do you rep? And tell us about that hip hop in that area code.
Yeah, when I first touched down here, I was in the 760. You know what I mean? I was living up in Escondido for quite some time while I was getting acclimated with California. And up there, it's very old school. Like, you know what I mean? It's very boom bap. It's very purist. we came up in the scene where it's like we got cats like Blame One around us and Sojourn and cats like that. Sojourn is one of the craziest freestylers I've ever met in my life. He'll play the drums and serve you on some battle shit off the top simultaneously. You know what I mean? Blame One got songs with Sean Price, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of really dope energy. My man Ralph Quasar, producer, he's out of there. Will Spliff, Trevor J. There's a lot of really dope artists up there. John Gibbs, namely, is a really big artist from there. Riz the Neighbor, Rice the Neighbor. There's a lot of Aim on the MC from the Neighborhood Kids. There's a lot of really dope MCs up there. And the way we always got down was a lot of freestyles, a lot of off the top shit, you know what I'm saying? And when I say freestyle, I mean not in the phrase of kicking a random verse to a random beat, but like completely improv, like whatever comes out, you know what I'm saying? And it's a thing that we own. Shout out Bless Brando from the live show, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like that's our main thing, is just jazzy vibes and freestyles.
Oh, there's a lot of underground stuff going on out here, you know, a lot of stuff for local MCs who are ready to grab that mic and do something. Speaking of all this music, man, let's go to one of your videos, Loogies. Stay tuned.
Cali. Come on. Oh, you that feather in the cap type cat. I'm that knife in my teeth, army fatigue, red team in the pitch black. Chop a sack, meditate over pages of Seth Godin. James Bond strolling off with the diesel truck exploding. Y'all arguing over crumbs and tokens. Playing games, I'm staying focused. I carry my weight like a freight train. They told me stay in my lane, but I'm the one with the pain. On the grind, the way I put it down, y'all follow my lines. Fool, I went to the same high school as Chuck Norris. Los Angeles, South Bayside, the North Torrance, Zach Morris. Killer, the blood still dripping off of my Hanzo. My suitcase across from Marcellus Wallace and Dr. Gonzo. Virtual fighter combo, I'm all the and more bounce. I kick a verse like Peter Griffin, then I holler Roadhouse. Then buck 50 that ass, supreme clientele. Drop the black amount to spark the gasoline trail.
I got the volcanic crevice inside my diaphragm, liven up the party with lava from my saliva glands. Spit the phlegm on the streets, turn concrete to ashes. Amplify with the mic, I might cremate the masses. Peace sakes, you bastards better respect the fresh. Got a record in the chamber, homie, protect your neck. Or inspect the deck, the rest of the opposition's different from rigor mortis, hauling the body right position. I'm not godly, but your boy be dropping high topics. In all black, shooting subatomic snot rockets. Versatile, styles harder to bite than gobstoppers. Cause I rhyme conscious does not mean that I'm a non-profit. Cut the check with no delay, fool. I'm clearing my throat at you like I'm DJ Cool. Whole crew professional, like some DJ Clue. And every word's hitting harder than the concrete do. What?
Simple mathematics when we attack, it's power in numbers. Grinding with the fresh state, cause it's the cowards who suffer. And I ain't backing down from any situation that I get myself into. Living it up as the mission continues. I get ballistic in venues while levitating towards the ceiling fan. High as a kite, but when I spit my bars, I'm still the man. Feel the land shake, earthquaking. When I'm in the zone, it's for the family, my birthplace and all surrounding homes. Local to global, that's the motto for me. From Gardena to Covina to them spots overseas. Now while you causing the scene, nobody's trying to hear that gibberish. The more you ramble, the more I can tell you just a little bitch. No hissy fits inside this lion's den. My iron pen could end humanity and really fuck up the environment. But I insist on doing this for positive reasons, to keep the population breathing, because oxygen's needed to live.
From breathe, or you screaming in the trunk of my car. But stretch the hammer across your mouth, leave your face with a scar. Millennium Falcon elevated that art, because too many distorted and jaded the art. The mask peel it off and reveal a nightmare. San Peter the KO, maniac on your trail like cartels for the yayo. Employ the most murderous spitters upon my payroll. Back of the day go, Los Angeles with the fuego. Nice, but I'm nicer. Short time of the lifer, so it's nothing for the hand to grab the machete and slice you wide open. A bullet from the tongue, let it go like it was frozen. Split second, turn around to molten. Melt your whole frame like a heavyweight on the yard. 6'8", rocks you right in your jaw and watch you fall. Mike Freddy, Polly Deli, the pain. Bring a brown reaper, syllable change, swing of the unrelenting gun chain blast.
Welcome back. Yo, that was Rick Scales with the video Loogies. Go back, stream that, hit it up, man. Hit it up. You know, hit that like, get those numbers up. Oh man, a couple more questions and we're gonna head out. One question that I always ask MCs that come through, or anyone that comes through Temple Tactics: what does hip hop mean to you?
To me, hip hop is everything. Like, to be honest, my experience in life has always been surrounded by music, and namely hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's everything. You know, you wake up in the morning and there's a beat in your head. You know what I'm saying? You listening to, you know, Tribe Called Quest. You listening to Busta Rhymes. You listening to De La Soul, and it's the soundtrack to your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, music is everything, but namely, like I said, hip hop is all I do. It's all I think about. You know what I mean? That's just it. You know what I mean? Hip hop's everything.
Well said, well said. And for this last question, is there anything that you would like to say that you possibly left out, or anything you just want to say to the viewers out there?
I mean, first and foremost, shout out to the squad. What's today? Wizards Only, Fresh State, fucking 365 Click. Yeah, I could go on forever and just name, like, you know what I'm saying, people I rock with. Slapping Hands Fam, DJ Root, DJ Doom Cat, congratulations on your wedding and shit. Happy birthday. My man DJ L, Tram Life. Fuck. Yeah, peace to everybody that's doing shit out here that's trying to push something positive. Peace to the Spooky, Shan Black, you know what I'm saying, Milky Wayne, you know what I'm saying. Odessa Kane, Scatterbrain, you know what I mean. Shout out to everybody that's doing dope shit and putting on for the city. If you out here and you trying to do music, just make sure that you out here for the music, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all the other shit, whether it's the numbers, the bitches, the beef, the whatever, the clout, whatever. Like, come out here, put on for the city. That's what we doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're trying to bring what we do to the rest of the world, and the only way we can do that is by sticking together and making fly shit happen. You know what I mean? Strength in numbers, you know what I'm saying? Let's keep this shit rocking, San Diego. Let's go.
You heard it. Rick Scales, man. MC right here in the house. But not only that, freestyle, man. A lot of your videos that I saw, freestyle. But not only that, you can drop good videos and you got good 16 bars. So with that said, we're going to head out with that other video you dropped, Wild. Yeah.
So this is from my boy Billy No Jokes, who's a dope MC, producer, all around great human and shit. The song is called Wild off his album Iron Soul. The video shot by Carino. He's a San Diego staple for underground hip hop music videos. Fuck with it.
You heard it. Temple Tactics. Peace.
Yeah. This top notch, nigga. So we do.
Lately, I haven't been caring much what I'm hearing, cause it's like they whipping shit out of the air and stuff. I take it with a grain of salt and that's fair enough. No complaining, I leave that to what Karen does. Hard work, barehanded, not wearing gloves. Got all these vultures staring like they're in love. Now, when push comes to an apparent shove, I got the wild style, here it comes. I gave you fair warning, ain't no one above the clouds when this shit's storming. Give it to you all, real raw, no installments. Ain't big time, but the kick rhymes so enormous. Hold your horses, quit politicking about the squares in the Oval Office. Clouded vision got me so exhausted, maneuvering through the smoke and mirrors that you lost in. So please don't compare us. Horse shit to bullshit, want no shit to do with none of that. I push it back and go with the movement. Forward thinking, moving progressively. Throw me in the mix and I'm improving the recipe. Yes, it be hard work, determination. Plant seeds of evil, I smash the germination.
Catch me sleeping on the eye, but mine don't lose sleep. I mean, pop up on you niggas like a boutique. Or be on my laissez-faire and let you fools breathe. My new speed, get the people moving too sweet. I wipe my ass with your raps, using 2 sheets. Every line is like nose diving the QP, and I ain't step on nobody's toes. The people chose me cause I got the wild style. Fuck your guns. I don't care how they sound, clown. They checking your ERA, what you pitching from the mound. Now my name ring bells. Outskirts, alarms, downtown. I threw on my hat. They took damage, I'm calm loud now. Whoever claimed they running this bitch, puppy child ground down. Justin Kibble's a bitch. Fuck around, found out the greediest wasn't built for the mouse. On a recipe different because we got it from the wow.
Today we're kind of finishing off our night held up at the Grant Hotel, talking to local SD rappers that are definitely doing something in their community, musically in all various ways, having monthly events. And here we have two artists, an artist and a producer, but we're actually going to get that and clear that up. So introduce yourselves, please. Let us know who we have in the house.
Yo, what's up? This is Kill C-Ray, representing the Invisible Panchos, the Fresh State Platform Collection.
What's going on, y'all? This is Gene Flow, representing Platform Collection, the Invisible Panchos, San Diego, independent hip-hop.
So when y'all rolled up early, we were chopping it up downstairs and talking about hip-hop and the hip-hop community in SD. How are y'all involved in the hip-hop community? And explain Invisible Panchos.
All right, involved in the hip-hop community in San Diego, I've never done anything else, honestly. I've always been in the hip-hop community. So that's kind of how, for me, it's just part of my culture, you know. And I've been practicing hip-hop, you know. I started off as a b-boy, but I was really chubby, so that didn't work out. And I started rapping, and I just kind of fell in love with it. When I first heard, I think the first tape that I heard that I really like, I was like, oh, I want to do this, was Inner City Griots by Freestyle Fellowship. That was one of the first ones, and then that just got me hooked. And then that kind of affected, I feel like, my style and everything that I did moving forward, because it was coming from like this alternative, like LA underground scene. And then there was a lot of people, shout out to like Orko, who was down here in San Diego, who was constantly going to LA to like The Good Life, Project Blowed, and seeing what they were doing down there, and then coming back here and bringing like kind of that vibe. So like the hip hop I came up on in San Diego was like heavily influenced by like what was happening on the West Coast at that time. And then the Invisible Panchos, it's myself and Gene, who produces and raps, and I produce as well. It started off as kind of when I started performing solo. I didn't want to perform like just by myself. I like performing in groups. I like having bands or whatever. And I always wanted to have a band, and I always said if I had a band, I was going to name it the Invisible Panchos. So we had this one event. Shout out to Parker Edison and the Elephants in the Room. We had an event. I was booked for it. Gene was gonna play my music because he produces a lot of the music. Prime like 90% of the music that I rap over, he's produced it. And I just told the host to introduce this as the Invisible Panchos, and it kind of stuck. We started doing shows like that, and then people started asking us for like a record or music, and then we just decided to start making music. Basically, the music we were already making, but under the name Invisible Panchos, and then create a universe around that. That's our big thing right now, is we're trying to just create a universe around the Invisible Panchos, like what it means, what it stands for. And you can check that all out at theinvisiblepanchos.com.
And the other half of Invisible Panchos, Gene. Tell us, Gene, you're obviously a beat maker. Oh, what attracted you to that?
The musical background goes back a long ways. When I was a kid, I was heavily influenced by my brother's choice in rap music. You know, I came up on a lot of the mainstream stuff, like Coolio, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Tupac, of course, Biggie. So that was my first exposure to it, but I didn't get into piquing my interest in making music probably till around like when Manny Fresh came in the scene. You know what I mean? Again, I was still in this mainstream like radio stuff, right? But it wasn't until I got introduced like Souls of Mischief, Hieroglyphics, Alchemist, of course Dr. Dre for being from the West Coast. Were heavy influences in the beginning of my production journey, and I'd say, yeah, that's kind of like where the origins come from,
So, directed towards you, I was going down that rabbit hole. You, like Kali, you have your hands in a lot of things. Tell us about the Christie. There you go. Can you elaborate on that, please? Tell us what that's about.
Yeah, so I do a podcast. I mean, it's sort of a podcast now. It's kind of just changing into like whatever we want it to be. I've done long form interviews with artists for the last 10, 11 years through a podcast called Crappy Awesome, which is on a network called Platform Collection. And we've interviewed everybody, the who's who of hip hop for years. At this point, I have probably a good 700 or 800 interviews under my belt talking to different artists. So I started, like, initially when I was first got into like music and hip hop, I was also like really interested in like documenting it. I've always been interested in that. I used to write and just document and journal and stuff. So I've always kind of had like a lot of emphasis in my work on documenting stuff. So Chris Sees the Internet is just like the new iteration of what I've been doing. I still do long form interviews. We talk about really heavy topics that affect independent rappers and specifically hip hop artists, because that's where my heart's at, but really all artists, like the stuff that we deal with, especially like mental health. Like that's a big thing for us at Platform Collection. It's kind of what drives like the machine. And I'm a co-founder of Platform Collection, which is the umbrella that kind of oversees a bunch of podcasts. They also represent us. They manage us. So I just kind of play a role in all those things.
Tonight, SD graced here, and SD was talking about a bunch of area codes and where they were from. Are both you gentlemen, Gene and yourself, are y'all born and raised SD people?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Barrio Logan, San Diego, or Logan Heights as I knew it growing up. It's 619 area code, but really like 92113 is like the zip code. San Diego, there's a lot of zip code stuff. So like if you know the zip code, you can kind of know what's going on in different areas. And I live in 92113. That's called Barrio Logan. And yeah, I was born and raised there. Been there my whole life. It's like the largest Chicano neighborhood in San Diego, and a famous Chicano neighborhood in the world. Yeah.
I'm from an area referred to as the South Bay, Chula Vista to be exact. The fifth most boring city in the United States at one point. That was a fun fact, But it's one of the biggest cities in like the county of San Diego, but it's fifth most boring city. Yeah, but that's where we're from, South Bay. It produced Gene Flow, so can say a lot.
So rap artists go by a lot of monikers, even producers, right? How did you come up with your name? Also, this is for you, Gene.
Kill C Ray really is just kill the ego. I always had a rap name. I didn't want to really have a rap name at a certain point, but it kind of stuck because people would just call me C Ray or Cray. They call me Cray, and I just kind of, that's what I came up with. I was just like, kill the ego, because I rap a lot about the ego. Like a lot of the topics I talk about is about the ego, so it felt appropriate. But people call me Chris, really.
Gene Flow came from an anthropology class of all things. It's actually a term, gene flow. It's talking about genes passing along from like a group of population to another. Like to keep it simple, like a tadpole to a frog. You know what I mean? That Gene flow transition. And I was feeling that. And also, as an artist, I was really inspired by actor Gene Wilder at the time as well. So it all kind of like played together, came through. Like Gene flow is my creation, what comes from my mind, my heart, my soul, transferring to the receiver, the listener, the ear, the heart of the other person, you know?
Good answers for those. Dropping knowledge also with those and the connections of the names and how you connect it. You know, that's what's so dope about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So obviously we're talking about music, and let's actually get into your music. Let's get into y'all's video. Definitely, you produced this, perhaps? Yes, you said 90%. So this is the Simple Remix.
Featuring 2Mex and 60 East. Shout out to the homies. And you can catch this record on Spotify under Kill C Ray or on YouTube under The Invisible Panchos.
You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Enjoy.
Yeah. 2Mex, C Ray, 60. Let's go. Yeah. Look. It could be so simple, but now it's complicated. I don't rock with them haters, with them we not related. Had to stop and state it for the people be debating. I stand by my word right next to every statement. Till every station play my shit, this the motivation. Now I'm getting flown out, shown accommodations. Grown man getting blown, phone off the hook, dog. Deals coming in, shit, I'm about to write a book, dog. Fuck a look, never been the type to shortcut. Anyone coming at me took the short bus. Bars razor sharp, same way that a sword cut. Say I'm falling off, take a look at the score, bruh. I want it all, but I always been a simple man since a kid. Writing, having dreams of scribble jam. After rings, let's see what the summer brings. Used to hustle things, now they saying
They say it's so
kids.
simple.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here alone though. I'm counting all the ways.
It's what they say, it's what they say. It's what they say, it's what
They say it's
say.
so simple. I'm sitting here alone though. I'm counting all the ways.
It's what they say, it's what they say. It's what they say, it's
Can
what
it
they
be
say.
so simple? Rocking with my body on Logan Kinfolk. Peace to my secret saviors and blockchain heroes. In this underground, I'm definitely Robert De Niro. Meaning I'm the star of all of your coke classics. I lost my leg, I drank too many coke classics. Rupert Pumpkin, I'm the LA king of comedy. I still bump Curtis King's Raging Waters on the solidly. I'm still an oddity, lyrical anomaly. My voice and style is still a valuable commodity. You know who the fuck I am, there's no autonomy. Enlightenment is the shirt, if you follow me. You could all be so simple, like a bullet to the tempo. If that's really what you're into, next time you learn the style, remember who sent you. This is that underground stuff you ain't used to. Figure your life out, bitch, this ain't blues.
Now how do I hook up all my descendants? And how do I do that shit independent? Remember, I am splendid. Remember, you need proof or they lie. And you ain't gonna hit me unless you shoot for the sky. Who am I exist in windows. Catch me on the telly, on your phone, on your Kindle. You must think it's simple. You must think you have to rent a spot. You must think these pillars gonna give up all they shots, but they not. I've been ill since Alex slid me Kerouac. So hold your shoulders back when you talk them facts and keep a coaster stat. Please don't stain on that. I'll fold your warm block back like a cold day sack. Fresh steak, just so I am really clear. San Diego platform over fears. Keep it real, you never see my real suit. This is just the happiness of my pursuit. They say it's so simple. I'm sitting here alone though. I'm counting all the ways.
It's what they say, it's what they say. It's what they say, it's what
They say it's so simple. I'm sitting here alone though. I'm counting all the ways.
It's what they say, it's what they say. It's what they say, it's what they say.
That was Simple Remix by these two gentlemen right here, SD Artist. We'll get into another video in a minute, so let's just jump into some more questions here and hear what they have to say about SD. Once again, I'll use this term again. I was going down the rabbit hole. We had Rick Scales in here earlier, and though we're not going to play that video, Rick Scales, if I'm not mistaken, but you directed a video for Rick Scales. Can you share that with us? What is that title, and how did that come about?
Yeah, it was Hoopty, right? It was a video called Hoopty, and me and Rick represent a crew called the Fresh State. It's just like a collective of a bunch of artists that have worked together throughout the years, and occasionally still do. And yeah, I mean, I think that was the first day I bought a camera. Literally, it was the first day I had a camera, and we wanted to shoot something. Rick is super dope, obviously, you know that, and he had a song that needed a video, and that was us really trying to figure out music videos. Honestly, that's what that whole video is, us learning how to shoot a music video, and I think it was dope. For me, at least, it captured like a dope piece of time in our lives because his son's in it too, so that's super dope. The little kid in there is Rick's son, so it means a lot. Like it's a video that means a lot to us. But yeah, I directed that, and then since then I've been directing videos. I direct most of our videos. I shoot them and edit them. So yeah.
What software do you edit with? Just curious.
I started on Premiere, and now I'm on DaVinci Resolve. In fact, I think around that same time I shot Rick's video, I think I edited his on Premiere, and then I shot a 2Mex video around that same time. One of 2Mex's videos called Friday Rich, and that was done on DaVinci, I believe.
Wow, bro, man, I didn't know that about 2Mex and you directing those videos as well. Wow, crazy. For the both of y'all, again, Cali dropped me that SD State of Mind compilation, and I ran across y'all's voice, your beats. You made that beat off that? Oh, okay. So, how did you two, or did you turn him on to SD, or how did y'all both ran into SD to State of Mind? The question is, how did you get into SD State of Mind?
So that's actually pretty dope. SD State of Mind, that was like a meaningful record, I think, because Kali was able to pull off something that, as far as I've known, San Diego hip hop had been trying to pull off a dope compilation record of really, at that time, if you look at that record, everybody on that record are artists that were really doing something and still are. So like, Kali had to curate that. So one, it speaks to his taste in that he knew who was doing a lot of work. And I worked with Kali at an event called Hiphop Wins, which was kind of like a foundation and a jumping off point for a lot of artists that are currently like active right now in San Diego. You can almost ask, in fact, I'd say across the board on all of them. I can't think of one really that's within like the San Diego underground scene that doesn't know that Hiphop Wins was like kind of the jumping off point. It was a place where we would all go, we'd all meet. I mean, people would perform, freestyle, beats would get played all night. It was really, really heavily inspired by things like The Good Life in LA, or, you know, places in New York. And being there, I was a resident. I became a resident. And so I DJ there occasionally. I do sound. And when Kali decided to put together the compilation, he reached out to me. He asked if I would contribute a song. And it just so happened I had a song ready that was originally going to be on an album, and I thought it fit because I literally said SD State of Mind on the record. It just so happened, and I already had the record before he asked me, so it fit perfect. So I knew, like, oh, that was a sign. Like, so I gave it to Kali, and it's the last song on the record, and it's called Surprised. And I produced it, recorded it, and I think I mastered it within a day. It was like a day. Yeah, it was just one of those ones that came out, like, really, it just poured out, and I was like, okay, this is perfect for him. Yeah.
And it's easy to finish a work like that when you're definitely feeling it, right? you were sharing, you do a podcast. We were talking earlier, Gene, and you said yourself you do a podcast for producers. Can you share with us what that is?
Yeah, it's called The Beat Block. Every Monday, 7 p.m. on the Platform Collection YouTube channel. Shout out to that show. Shout out to Platform Collection. It's a producer radio show where producers from all over the world really send in their beats, and we play their beats. It's a showcase for producers, a community for producers to come together, share, network, start a communication, a dialogue, just connect people. You know what I mean? Everyone's looking out for an outlet, to showcase and to find other people like themselves who they might not know. Maybe they're bedroom producers who just don't go outside. They're introverts and whatnot, but they have that online presence. They get together. You know what I mean? We have other producers, first-time producers. Yeah, we play for people. The experience levels from someone who just started yesterday because they heard about the Beat Block to Curtis King. Yeah. So, or Nug Life, or Chase Moore. So yeah, it's a dope podcast. We're doing it strong. We're going hard, and the community's growing. So yeah, send those beats. That's right.
Speaking of those beats and that music, we're gonna get into another video of y'all's introduction. You did that? Oh, there you go. Right there. You just heard from the man that the next video about to watch, he produced it. Introduction. Tune in.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Give him a round of applause. All right, calm down. It's not American Idols. Go ahead and have a seat, sir. We got some speakers here for you today. They're going to be talking about, I don't know, just give me your attention. They're talking about something. Plus, we have donuts. If you stay the whole time, Rogers. Put your hands together for the Visible Panchos? Invisible Panchos. Invisible Panchos, yeah.
You can go ahead and bring your cameras out because you're gonna want to record all of this. Something's happening right here in the middle of Sand City. You hear that? Something's happening. Introducing.
Focus on the higher state of mind, man. We are not the same. This is not my plane of existence. Nah, none of my team needs assistance. We burn through pistons, they whistling. My hot shit, my thought shit, my engines, they glistening. I'ma wet your mind, call it christening, yeah. What side of the fence you put your fist in, bro? It's really gon' matter in the end. You define every move, or you bland fam. Talking all that flim flam, homie, center up, cause you offset, yeah. I am circled up like a mosh pit, man. I am Mach 10 in a cockpit, keys like a locksmith. Always write my plots thick. Pancho, watch the clock tick. Never feed the rumors or the hate or the toxic. And I'm always on some block shit. Please don't even mention my name. I am not Chris. I am he who elevates. Mind in the future and my heart in the crates. And I don't believe in time. I can't walk your path, homie. I walk the line and I'm fine. And I'm fine. And I'm fine. They call him Cray, they call him Cray. I never paid your wall any mind. I infinitely radiate through borders. I do not dance for your quarters, nah. We could not fail if you paid us, homie. This is Brown Excellence, I am A+. Plus, it don't make a dent. I spent so much time in your mind, I'll pay you rent, yeah. You gon' regret what you spent. I saved half the scene without spending a cent, and they sent every Tom, Dick, Brick, and Rock, man. Wow, how you gonna stone me in the flock, man? How? Watch me cross them up, crucifixion. Talk about a Jesus complex, check my diction, yeah. Pancho, watch the clock tick. Never feed the rumors or the hate or the toxic, yeah. And he always rep the right thing. Never even mention his name. He is not Gene. He is he who elevates. Mind in the future and his heart in the crates. And he don't believe in time. He can't walk your path, homie. He walks the line and he's fine. And he's fine. And he's fine.
They call him flow, they call him flow. They call him focus on the highest state of mind, man. This is not a race. Don't fake my truths. I know my place. We're here to inspire and spike the desire to higher my ego, but that's no amigo. We Panchos and we go where most don't believe that your mind can't conceive. Don't be blind to the seed. You planted your feet, stand firm on these streets. This community and we tight, man. Be transparent with your life, fam.
Action.
How's my tie look? How's the board look?
Good, good.
How's everybody doing?
Yes, it looks amazing.
Over there, or is the school over there?
He's a pro. He's a pro.
No, that's not how we do it.
Yeah, yes, that's good.
Does anybody know how we do things here?
Lean into them a little bit, like you're leaning. Exactly.
I think it was you, and then it was you over there, and who else did this?
Yes, good.
No, everybody, you gotta leave. You gotta go.
Stay there.
I'm not sure what's happening here.
All right, so we're back. You just heard that you just watched that next video from these two gentlemen right here, SD, repping the SD, San Diego. Couple of more questions, and then we're going to head on out. Thank you for coming through Temple Tactics, in case I forget. This question, I always ask individuals that come through Temple Tactics, for both of y'all, what does hip-hop mean to you?
For me, it doesn't. I don't make any, I was just having a conversation with somebody about this the other day. I don't make any separation between hip-hop and my life. You know what I mean? It's not like something I do or something like... I've never known anything else. I've only known the tenets of hip-hop. I've only known, the pillars. I've only known, the language of hip-hop. Never tried to do or be anything else. So for me, it's everything. It's life, you know.
For me, it's always been an avenue for people to express themselves in a place that they have maybe never felt where they can communicate with other people like themselves. You know, pick a pod, pick anything, right? It's people who come together, like-minded people, and share experiences, right? But like he said, to back off him on the pillars, on the we talked about it earlier, the people behind the art. You have the art and you have the community, and I think they're not exclusive. You know what I mean? Or you can't have one without the other. And for me, that's what it's all about: is the community, the growth, the expression, and then the art.
Thank you for coming through Temple Tactics. In case I forget.